So, it's Monday, which means it's time for a little Monday motivation. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Aradia Noiri. I'm your resident witch and creatrix of Aradia's Hand and Danae's Divine, where I create myth, magic, and meaning for your everyday life through art, intuition, and energy work. And on Mondays, I like to talk about Monday motivation, because the reality is it's Monday. Everybody has gotten the case of the Mondays before, and it can be really hard to kind of get over that slump. More importantly, though, there is this idea in our overproductive obsession with getting things done that you're always going to be productive, that you can always do it, or that you can maintain it, and that's just not accurate. So part of it is a peek into the other side of the camera, what it's like for me, what I do about it, because regardless of motivation, that doesn't mean that I don't have stuff to do. And sometimes it's push through and sometimes it's rest. And a lot of it for me is very feeling oriented because that's what works best for me. So hopefully when I share these things, it gives you some ideas, helps you get through your bouts of complete lack of motivation, but also not beat yourself up about not being motivated all the time. So, there we go. As far as motivation, I wouldn't say that I'm motivated this week. I just got back from the store. I'm really tired. I actually didn't want to do this video at all, but I did one yesterday. I did one the day before, and I'm trying to keep doing it and get back on the wagon, on the train of doing them every day like I intend to. So, yeah, it's like a Jerry Seinfeld thing. Don't break the chain. And it has some merit that you start doing something, just focus on keeping it going, and then eventually it's a habit, which is, I mean, there's something to be said for that. Repetition is one of the simplest forms of learning. So because I got some stuff done over the weekend, which is kind of rare, I'm usually light on the work on the weekends. I'm also usually super tired and kind of dragging, and all I want to do is just chill. So I don't really focus on doing a whole lot of work. I have like some tasks that I have set aside for the weekend because they have to get done for other things to get done later. But other than that, my schedule is actually really flexible, which means sometimes those things don't get done. Not great. Anyway, so there's that. But when I get stuff done, it's easier for me to maintain motivation. And so that means getting that first thing done is really the most difficult part. And I find that usually doing something that is really simple is just enough of a kind of kickstart to get going. So if you're like that, try whatever low-hanging fruit you can grab. Even if it's something as simple as making your bed. Okay, well, I did this, so I can do the next thing now, right? And at the end of the day, this definitely got done. The other thing that kind of helps me stay motivated or get motivated, keep motivated, is writing down things as I do them. If you were to ask me at the end of the day how much I got done, I would probably tell you without fail every single day, nothing. It's not that I'm doing nothing, it's that I didn't do everything that I meant or wanted to do, and so it's like I did nothing. And it's a very black and white perspective. It's very all or nothing. It is really common in people with depression, like this person right here. And it's just, it's really hard to get past because that's what it feels like, and we're feeling creatures, and our feelings very much so inform our worldview and how we perceive and interact with our world. So they are important and they need to be heeded, but sometimes they lie. Sometimes our brain over exaggerates things or underplays things. So it's important to remember that. Now, that aside, what am I working on this week? So I want to get back into my scheduled time. So that means when it's work time, it's time to work. I can tell you already so far, that did not work out so much this afternoon. I had some freakouts to dissolve, and so I ended up not doing anything during my afternoon work time. I did get some extra stuff done and whatnot, and I did, because I got a little more done than I usually do on the weekends, that kind of helped offset it by having slightly less to do at certain points. But I did stay on task this morning, so that's a win. Woo! I'm going to be focusing on doing my 6 things, at least partially. And by partially, I mean one of the things is to put a Patreon video up. Well, the whole entire thing is, you know, several steps. So draft it, record it, transfer it, upload it here, publish it there, and then promote it all over social media. So when I get to the promotion of social media, that's where I'm done. I'm tired. I want to do this. So I want to get up to the point where it's posted, so it's there and it's available. And that's the big focus this week, is making sure those things get done. I stay on task doing what I'm supposed to do. So work during work time, and when it's not work time, stop working, which is really amazingly hard for me to do. Because I'm like, oh, I'll just finish this. I'm almost done. Yeah, almost done's not like a real thing, because I have like no sense of time for lots of reasons. Raisins, even. And so I think that something's going to take a lot less time than it really is. And then an hour's gone by, and I'm like, I thought this was going to be like 15 minutes. No, it wasn't. So that's the thing, and that's kind of like important to note. This is fuzzy. It's the lion's mane today. Yeah, was that yesterday was swamp witch? Today is lion's mane. Yeah. Project that I'm going to be focusing on all this week is my mending. So I've still got like a shit ton of holes. I think I'm mostly done with the front right leg. The front left leg has a lot to do. There's like a half section of a patch I need to do for my front right leg. That I'm probably going to work on later tonight. Yeah. I also just like want to wash these. So like that's another thing. I really want to wash these. I was thinking about finishing the mend and then washing them. But like, I'm really tempted to just wash them and then mend. So actually might not do any work on them tonight and just wash them tonight. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Irrelevant. That's it. Yeah, I think so. Just because like hand washing these is going to be such a pain in the ass to do. It really, really, really is. But every time you wash things that like are falling apart, they fall apart more, which is why it's important to like mend first. But these have about had it with me, I think, and so I just need to start fresh. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do apparently. I'm gonna wash them. I'm gonna do the prep for the mending, which is getting them clean and then dried, so that yeah. Okay. All right, there we go. That's it. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay. No pictures today. Because no pictures. No links either. But my websites, Aradia's Hand and Today's Divine, as always, are linked below, as well as my active social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where I like to spend the most time. Because you stayed here. Because you stayed. Oh, it reminds me of a Dickinson poem. Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. Which is just like, that's some shit I would do. Like, I'm busy. I'll be back around in a minute. Because you stayed to the end of the video, you get to hear what we're talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow's an art haul. Okay, I've been trying to share this for weeks and apparently have failed every time. So I'm finally going to get around to it. Finally. Which is great, because it needs to get done. So, there's that. Hooray. Hooray, hooray, hooray. That's it. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for liking and subscribing. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. And for all of my Patreon people, thank you for being a patron. You supporting me and believing in me and being part of my community helps me make these videos for free and keep making them, as well as making bigger and bolder and more awesome offerings over on Patreon. And hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the link at the top and you can head over and check out the Patreon post. Usually, you'll see the longer version if any of it's cut out and any pictures. In this case, there are no pictures. It is not longer. It is just, hey, look, this is where the post is over there. So that's it. I'm hoping to see you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. We'll see how that works out. I don't know what's going to go on this weekend. I'm going to try... Well, Saturday's post is already taken care of. Sunday... I don't know how Sunday's going to go. Anyway, doesn't matter. But, just a heads up, I'm going to have extra humans in my house. And so, it's usually hitchy-sketchy getting stuff done. I'm going to try and make sure that the videos are done every day this week. Ideally, I should, like, get tomorrow's and, like, ones for Sunday and early, and it's probably not going to happen. But, you know, we're going to try. We're going to try, right? Right. That's what we can do. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to go. I'm hungry. I've got food sitting behind my camera, and it's like, eat me, see more. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm getting there. But I had to do this before I talked myself out of it because I'm tired. All right. Toodles!